आज का टॉपिक सीखने से पहले आप सभी को इस चैप्टर की शुरुआती कॉन्सेप्ट्स पता होनी चाहिए। उनको विस्तार से समझने के लिए ज़रूरी वीडियोस की लिंक डिस्क्रिप्शन बॉक्स में प्रेजेंट है। The stresses acting on elastic body can be of three types: the longitudinal stress and strain, the bulk stress and strain, and the shearing stress and strain. Out of which we will first of all discuss the longitudinal stress and strain. When the stress acting on the body is such a way that it produces change in length of the body. When the deforming stress or the deforming force acting on the body produces change in the length of the body, then that stress is called longitudinal stress. Consider that here is a metallic wire or a cylinder. Let it be having original length as capital L and cross section area capital A. Let along the direction of its length and perpendicular to its cross section area, a deforming force F is acting on the body. Then under the action of this force, there will be increase in length of this cylinder. Let this increase in length be small l. तर आपण एक सिलेंडर किंवा एखादं मेटॅलिक वायर, एक इलास्टिक मेटॅलिक वायर इथे एक्झाम्पल म्हणून घेऊ, ज्या वायरची ओरिजिनल लेंथ एल आहे आणि क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरिया ए आहे आणि या बॉडीवर लेंथच्या दिशेने आणि या क्रॉस सेक्शनल एरियाला परपेंडिक्युलर एक एफ एवढा डिफॉर्मिंग फोर्स ॲक्ट होतं. तर या डिफॉर्मिंग फोर्सने या ठिकाणी या वायरच्या लेंथमध्ये इन्क्रीज घडवला. लेट स्मॉल एल बी दी increase in length of the body, then such kind of force, such kind of stress is called as longitudinal stress. The stress which produces change in length of a body is called longitudinal stress. So what will be formula? Formula will be same again. The longitudinal stress is defined as the deforming force, external deforming force upon cross sectional area. Here we have to keep in mind that in all these three types of stresses and strains, the formula of stress nearly will be same. There will be no critical change into the formula of stress, only its name will be different because it is creating a different kind of effect. Okay, so the stresses and strains associated with change in length of a body are called longitudinal stress and strains. वस्तूच्या लेंथमध्ये होणाऱ्या बदलास कारणीभूत असलेले जे स्ट्रेसेस आहेत आणि जे स्ट्रेन्स आहेत त्यांना आपण लॉन्जिट्युडिनल स्ट्रेस आणि स्ट्रेन असं म्हणतो. सो व्हॉट इज फॉर्म्युला ऑफ लॉन्जिट्युडिनल स्ट्रेस? इट इज अगेन द सेम, डिफॉर्मिंग फोर्स अपॉन एरिया. दॅट्स वाय. व्हॉट इज द SI unit? SI unit is again the same, it is Newton per meter square. There is no change in these terms of this stress. Now we can define this strain. For such kind of stresses and strain, we can define now longitudinal strain. So what is longitudinal strain? Here the stress has produced only change in length of the body. That's why longitudinal strain. What was definition of strain? Strain definition आपण काय शिकलो? Change in dimension upon original dimension. Which dimension has changed? Only length has changed. So what will be definition of longitudinal strain? Longitudinal strain is defined as change in length upon original length. Change in length upon original length. So longitudinal strain. Here what is change in length? This small l is change in length, and what is original length? The capital L is original length, hence the longitudinal strain is ratio of small l upon capital L. We can see that it is again ratio of two similar quantities, that's why it will not have any SI unit. So this is all about longitudinal strain. The next type of stress that can act on the elastic bodies is called bulk stress and bulk strain. So what is bulk stress and bulk strain?
the stress and strains associated with change in volume of a body are called as bulk stress and strain. सो असा स्ट्रेस जो वस्तूच्या व्हॉल्यूममध्ये बदल घडवून आणेल त्या टाईपच्या स्ट्रेसला आपण बल्क स्ट्रेस आणि करस्पॉन्डिंग स्ट्रेनला बल्क स्ट्रेन असं म्हणतो. So we'll try to understand bulk stress and bulk strain. So for that consider a volumetric elastic body as shown in the figure. आपण इथे एक व्हॉल्यूम त्याच्यामध्ये डॉमिनंट आहे अशा पद्धतीच्या आकाराची एखादी बॉडी कन्सिडर करू आणि याच्यावर चहूबाजूनी प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी ॲक्ट होत आहे असं आपण कन्सिडर करू. सो लेट डी पी इज इक्वल्स टू प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटी ॲक्टिंग इन ऑल डायरेक्शन onto the body. So let V be the original volume. Due to action of this pressure intensity, there will be change in volume. Let this change is decrease in the volume. So dV be the change or decrease in volume, so that the V minus dV is the final volume of the body. So या प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटीमुळे या वस्तूच्या व्हॉल्यूममध्ये चेंज होईल. समजा या वस्तूचा ओरिजिनल व्हॉल्यूम आहे व्ही आणि प्रेशर इंटेन्सिटीमुळे त्याचा व्हॉल्यूम डी व्हीने कमी झाला तर वस्तूचा फायनल व्हॉल्यूम किती राहील. सो फायनल मायनस इनिशियल इज दी चेंज इन व्हॉल्यूम और व्ही मायनस डी व्ही विल बी दी फायनल व्हॉल्यूम. नाउ विल ट्राय टू डिफाइन दी bulk stress and bulk strain. Here we have to keep in mind what is the formula of pressure or what is the pressure intensity. So pressure is equals to force upon area. From that we can say force is equals to pressure into area. So the bulk stress again, just I explained you that all these three kinds of stresses will not differ into definition fundamentally. स्ट्रेसची जी आपण ओरिजिनल डेफिनेशन शिकलो फोर्स अपॉन एरिया हीच डेफिनेशन लॉन्जिट्युडिनल स्ट्रेस, बल्क स्ट्रेस आणि शिअर स्ट्रेस या तिन्हीमध्ये काय राहील, कायम राहील. फक्त या तिन्ही ठिकाणी हे स्ट्रेसेस तयार करत असलेला इफेक्ट मात्र काय राहील, डिफरंट राहील. सो दी बल्क स्ट्रेस इज अगेन दी force, deforming force upon area. But what is deforming force? Deforming force is pressure into area. So the deforming force is pressure intensity into cross sectional area of the body. So this is force. So what is force acting in this case, which is producing the change in volume, is pressure intensity into cross sectional area is the force. But we are required to define the stress. What is stress? Stress is force upon area. So we get bulk stress is equals to pressure intensity into cross sectional area upon area. So area cancel. So we get bulk stress is equals to bulk stress, or which is also called as volume stress, and then this is equals to pressure intensity acting on a body. So pressure is nothing but bulk stress. Students should concentrate here that the bulk stress is equivalent to pressure acting on the body. So what is SI unit? SI unit is again force upon area is Newton per meter square. So what is the effect produced by this stress? The effect is bulk strain. So what is bulk strain? So we define strain. आपण strain already define केला. strain काय? तर strain आहे change in dimension upon original dimension. Which dimension has changed here? Here there is change in volume. So what will be the definition of bulk strain? Bulk strain ची definition काय होईल? Change in dimension. Here the change is in volume. So it is change in volume of a body upon original volume. So change in volume upon original volume. So what is change in volume? Change in volume is dV. What is original volume? original volume is V. So dV upon V is bulk strain. So what is bulk strain? Bulk strain is ratio of change in volume per unit original volume. So it is dV upon V. Again, in this case also you can notify it is ratio of two similar quantities. It is volume upon volume, that's why it is unitless. It has no unit and hence it has no dimensions. And third type of stresses and strains are shearing stress and shearing strain. The stress and strain associated with change in shape of the body are called as shearing stress and shearing strain. सो असा स्ट्रेस जो वस्तूच्या आकारामध्ये बदल घडवतो त्या स्ट्रेसला आपण म्हणतो shear stress. The stress associated with change in shape of the body is called shearing stress and the corresponding strain is called as shearing strain. So for example, let us consider a cubical elastic body. Let us consider that here is a cubical elastic body and let it is fixed at one of its faces. So या ठिकाणी या वस्तूचा हा जो बॉटम फेस आहे, हा बॉटम फेस आपण असं गृहीत धरू की तो फिक्स्ड आहे. So this bottom face is fixed. So the body is fixed at one face. So this body is fixed at this face to this table. Now suppose that we apply a force on this cubical body in such a way that this force, this deforming force is acting on one of its edge and it is parallel to this fixed face. Now what will happen? This force will try to push this face of this body forward. So this upper face of this body will try to move in forward direction, but the entire cube or its faces will not be able to move forward because the cube is fixed at the bottom face. That's why the displacement of the subsequent faces into this cube will go on reducing and the displacement at this fixed face will be 0, whereas the displacement at this top face or upper face will be maximum. So this shear stress will try to push the upper face of the body from its original position, due to which what will happen, the cube will be distorted. याच्यामुळे काय होईल तर या क्युबिकल बॉडीचा जो शेप आहे तो शेप काय होईल, चेंज होईल. नाउ इट विल नॉट रिमेन क्यूब. So such kind of stress which basically try to create change in shape of the body is called as shearing stress. So what is the formula of shearing stress? It is again same, shearing stress. This is external deforming force or external shearing force upon the area of this face, the face to which the stress was acting perpendicular. So area of this face ADSP is the in this formula, that is area of the face perpendicular to force. So the face to which this shearing force or deforming force was acting perpendicular, the area of this face is to be taken into this formula. Because this cube is having different areas, even if in some cases it might not be cube, then the different faces will have different area. Then which area should be considered into the formula of stress? So the area of that face to which this shearing force was acting perpendicular or was acting normally. Then what is the shearing strain? How the effect that produced change in shape is measured. So shearing strain is defined as, so concentrate on to the definition. The shearing strength produced in this cube is defined as lateral displacement of any one face upon its distance from fixed face. So lateral displacement upon distance from fixed face. Here we will see under the action of this force, this face PAPQ has shifted laterally, has moved laterally, and it has moved by a distance small l. So the A has shifted or moved to A dash, this P has moved to P dash, this B has moved to B dash, and Q has moved to Q dash. All these distances will be same. हे सगळे डिस्टन्सेस सेम असतील आणि या डिस्टन्सला आपण म्हणतो लॅटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट. सो लॅटरल डिस्प्लेसमेंट ऑफ धिस फेस, विच फेस? इट इज PABQ. So the lateral displacement of this face, which is denoted in the diagram by small l, upon distance of this face, the distance of this upper face from the fixed face. So the fixed face is SDCR. This bottom face of the cube is fixed to this table. So the distance between these two is the length of side of the cube. So let it be capital L. Let this length be equals to capital L. So the lateral displacement here, lateral displacement of A is A to A dash upon its distance from the fixed face is AD, or which can also be given as B dash. Here the lateral displacement is from B to B dash, and distance of this B from this fixed face is again BC, which is equals to L, which can also be given as P to P dash upon this distance is PS, or which is also equals to Q to Q dash upon its distance is QR. So this is how we define shearing strength. So अशा पद्धतीने आपण shearing strength define करतो. Lateral displacement of any one face. जो फेस लॅटरली डिस्प्लेस झाला, पुढे गेला, तो किती प्रमाणामध्ये पुढे गेला, किती अंतराने पुढे गेला, डिवायडेड बाय त्याचं फिक्स्ड फेसपासून असलेलं अंतर किती होतं, या दोन्हीच्या गुणोत्तराला, या रेशोला आपण म्हणतो शेअरिंग स्ट्रेंथ. या चारही ठिकाणी A डॅश, B डॅश, P डॅश and Q dash, all these distances are same. Let these distances be denoted by small l, and their distance from this fixed face is also same, so let it be capital L. So we get shearing strength is equals to small l upon capital L. Here you can see, due to this distortion, the PA edge will move forward, QB edge will move forward, and the shape will be distorted from this DA to DA dash. So there will be angle theta. So from this diagram we can define theta, and what is here in this triangle, concentrate DA dash, this angle is 90 degree. So this theta, this is hypotenuse, so this L is opposite side, and this capital L is adjacent side. So we can define tan of theta. So what is tan of theta? Tan of theta is opposite side upon adjacent side. So opposite side is A dash upon adjacent side is AD. So this is small l upon capital L. So we can see that shearing strength is nothing but tan of theta. If this theta is very small, then we know that tan of theta, if theta is very small, we can say that tan of theta is nearly equal to theta, hence shearing strength is equals to theta. Here again it is ratio of length upon length, or it is theta. In both the cases it has no SI unit.